Hey, hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to my channel. I'd like to thank you for tuning into those energies and influences that are coming through for your monthly reading, October in Love. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a condensed general reading. Please only take the portions that resonate with you. Okay, Sagittarius. Off camera to save time, I've done a protective blessing. I've meditated over and shuffled these cards just for you. Your first card. It's the general atmosphere. It's the background and the basis of the matter. The Queen of Swords, Sagittarius. This can be a male or a female in a general reading. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is a person that they're independent, they're professional, they have a keen mind. They could be a writer or a lawyer or a teacher. Someone that's could be a minister. They provide solutions, and they teach us to accept life as it is. This is someone that has great clarity of thought. Can also indicate pursuing your desires with strength and maturity. And she treasures solitude. This is the butterflies that represent transformation, and the wind is passing through the trees, and that represents the ongoing nature of change. This is someone that loves to share their knowledge, and yet they need to learn to have greater compassion for themselves. She's known loss or sorrow, and this experience has enhanced her wisdom. No one can trick them or fool them. This reminds us to think carefully on our decisions and research other people's viewpoints, and making sure your dreams are not interfering with your responsibilities. You'll need to be clear in your decisions and your behavior, and make sure your point of view is thought through, and with sharp wit and self-possession, stand by it. So someone that has clear boundaries, they're able to cut out the BS. They tell it like it is. Your second card, this is the energy that's crossing over your path. The Queen of Pentacles, Sagittarius, Earth energy person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is someone that's generous and benevolent. They're fertile, and they're very focused. They're domestic. This is two queens in your reading, which represents sincere friends. This is a person that respects money as a tool, but they do not worship it. They want tangible results from the money they distribute. This can be an offer. This could be a mother, or someone being nurturing like a mother. This is harvest after much labor and prudent uses of resources. This is a person that's protective and nurturing and resourceful. They're bountiful. They're down to earth. They're a homemaker. They love gardens and growing things. And she's affectionate and caring. This has to do with material concerns. She loves the good things in life, and having acquired them, they're content to spend their life enjoying them. And they're satisfied when they get what they want. This can also indicate help given of a practical nature, and she reminds us that what is cherished must be cared for. Sometimes dependency upon routine can make her fearful of change. Your third card, and this is how it affects you. This can be your attitude. The Ten of Wands, Sagittarius, fire energy, which is your element, feeling overloaded, burdened, weary. This is someone's Saturn in Sagittarius. This is oppression. You feel like responsibility is wearing you down. There's something you cannot let go of. But your problem is soon to be solved. This has to do with beginnings and endings. These are ambitious burdens in a heart tried by pain. It's fortune and gain and any kind of success, and it's also the oppression of these things. You might be feeling resentful. This is taking stock of priorities and taking up new responsibilities appropriate to the new cycle that's beginning. They may seem burdensome, but you do have the strength to shoulder them. Or you might feel like your labor has gone for naught, or you might be carrying burdens that don't really belong all to you. You feel weary. It's up to you to decide whether to continue carrying these heavy responsibilities you've undertaken, or maybe other people are shirking their part and they should help out. You need to ask for help and don't let pride stand in the way. This is testing your limits, toughen it out. You might want to keep going because you've come too far to let things drop, and if you don't ask for help, then it's up to you to carry the load. This is someone that they might be unable to say no, and they put work first. Your fourth card, it's the position of the future. It's the outcome, the results, and the advice. The Six of Swords. This is air energy. This is moving on to calmer waters. It's a better future ahead. There's support. This is someone's Mercury in Aquarius. This can represent movement of any kind and leaving your troubles behind. This is a somber state. Could be going on a short trip somewhere. So be open for how things develop and have patience. This is moving away from difficulties towards more peaceful times, a move to a more pleasing environment, a release of tension and anxiety after a period of strain or confusion and something destructive. It's a mental shift, a calming of emotions, and healing has begun. This is working together, and it's no going back to the way it was before. And now your fifth card. It's the bottom of the deck card, the underlying issue. This is what's unseen. Number 12 of the major arcana in the Rider-Waite deck, the Hanged Man. This can be a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Doesn't have to be, though. It's a watery card ruled by the planet Neptune. This is a sacrifice. It's a new perspective. It's a sacred pursuit with attachment and suspension. It's self-surrender to a higher wisdom. It's surrendering to what is. You might be clinging to something unfulfilling. You may need to let go and move on. This is a unique point of view and a sacrifice for a greater good. It's peace and self-reliance that often follow a difficult period, especially one of self-examination. You are suspended between the past and the future, but a new direction in your life is in the making. Readjustment is needed, but there's no hurry. Pay attention to your inner development and be prepared to dance to a different drummer in the future. This is a sacrifice with a release and acceptance. People are now able to overcome substance abuse. This is a person who will not be moved until they are ready. There's a need to balance out intuition and sensitivity with balance and logic. This is new insight, awareness, and alignment. It's enlightenment. It's releasing a mindset that is no longer useful, and you're incubating a great realization. The Ten of Wands with the Hanged Man, that is working hard behind the scenes to make everyone else look good. The Queen of Swords with the Ten of Wands, that's someone that's married to their work. The Hanged Man with the Six of Swords, that's reaching a breakthrough. And now here's your advice from the Oracle deck. Ask Your Guides by Sonia, Choquette. Sagittarius, you've got card number 22, Denial, from your Divine Helper Guides. Denial has to do with confusion, distortion, ignorance, and compromise. Your divine helpers are here to help you take off your blinders and more honestly assess the difficulties in your intimate relationships. Although you'd prefer to believe that ignorance is bliss, the truth is that denial is not a river in Egypt, nor is it a genuine form of protection against unhappiness. Your guides gently ask you to summon the courage to honestly admit the real problems that exist in your relationships. As difficult as they may be, until you do so, there's no chance that these shadows will ever heal. So, for example, admit when your wife isn't just tipsy, but rather is drunk, as she can be on many nights. Or admit, at least to yourself, that when your son says he can't find a job, it's because he isn't looking that hard. Or that when your partner says that they must work late every single night for months, that an affair or other digression is likely. More important, admit that you might be hiding from your loved ones, acknowledging your fears, addictions, excuses, and failures honestly and with compassion. Realize that what your mind blots out, your heart knows, and so does everyone else. In other words, when you're in denial, you're only kidding yourself. What your mind blots out, your heart knows. Your divine helpers want you to acknowledge those unpleasant realities because until you do, you'll be stuck with them. Not every unpleasant reality needs to be challenged or changed, however. Sometimes it's best to compromise or just let things be. If your partner is generally sloppy, for example, but is otherwise a gem, let it go. However, if your partner is in serious trouble or vice versa, you're only harming yourself and others and perpetuating the problem by denying it. Your divine helper's message? Take off the blinders and be open to the truth about others and yourself. Only then can you learn and grow past problems. Thanks, you guys, Sagittarius. I hope you stay tuned in and leave me a comment or a thumbs up. And please subscribe. Now remember, what goes around comes around, so I'm sending you out love and light and blessings. Thanks for watching.